All right. Thank God it's Thursday. Today is Thursday, September 17th, 2020. God is good. Life is good. Life is good. God is good. Um, Very good. Before I play some music to give some people some time to tune in to this podcast, as you already know, this is the Mind of Steel. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m., we have me do my thoughts, share some thoughts and ideas and things that empowers our thinking, because thinking is how we can create or recreate our lives. Once we change our thinking, the way we think, the things that we attract to us changes, the kind of lifestyle, the kinds of result that we get changes. So before I go into tonight's talk, which I'll be talking about, you need ideas to change anything. There's nothing an idea cannot change. Um, this a lot of today's talk will be a reference to Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is a great man, a guru. I mean, he's gone now, but he has great ideologies and things that when I started listening to Jim Rohn, or the first time I heard him talk, it was totally different. It just changed my thinking. It just because a lot of the things he talked about, I never heard them before. Simple ideas, simple things. When he talks about the way he talks about both money, both life, both just the simple things. And well, Jim Rohn credits, his thinking to his mentor, which is Earl Schoff. Okay, things like when he talk, I learned from him that the major key to our success is me. That's one of the things. One of his sayings that he says: the major key to your better future is you. I guess a lot of this kind of mindset has to do with taking responsibilities for the actions and the things and the results that we get. The things that we do cause the actions and the results that we get in life. But anyways, I'm going to dive deeper into it. But how best is it for me to talk about Jim Rohn without playing his video? I'm going to play some of his classic YouTube videos, so you can hear directly, the way he puts and articulates words. It's just amazing. It's like watching an opera. It's like watching Beethoven. It's like watching Meryl Streep or watching Denzel Washington act. The way this man just puts these lectures and just gives you ideas and things that it is just beautiful. I just want to share that with you tonight. I want to share that with us because I hope you will appreciate, this kinds of ideology and this kind of thinking, because definitely you need ideas to change anything you're going through, anything you're doing. There's nothing an idea cannot change. And this is also one of the quotes from Jim Rohn. So let me just play this music real quick and I'll cue into today's talk. Wrong music. Right music.
Keep flexing on the beat.
Mercy, 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 mercy. Every day I wake up, thanking God for life. Struggle no easy, oh, grinding day and night. Every day I hustle, reaching for the goal. Struggle no easy, oh, I see the light. When I want to Mercy no dey do. God just dey follow me, oh. Mercy no dey do. When I want to falter, mercy no dey do. God just dey stand by me, oh. Mercy no dey do. Mercy come for mercy come for me, oh. Mercy follow me, mercy follow me. Say mercy come for me, oh. Come on, answer. You know, say na mercy go answer. So even if they come and need to altar, you know, say na mercy go answer. So even if they come and need to altar, you know, say na mercy go answer. I got major links in my corner. She be not God did the answer. Even if they come and need to altar.
All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm just gonna jump right into it, and let's share some ideologies and thoughts and things. Okay, so the other day when I was talking about when I gave my talk the other day about I guess the topic on Tuesday was we think in pictures. You know, we think in pictures has a lot to do with what's going on in our mind, even when we hear anything. When you hear something, you know, you can either let worry and doubt exaggerate it in your mind, and you now create scenarios, scenes, and things that don't even exist. If you're operating in fear, you start creating fear ideologies and fear thinking. Fear result will follow. If you're operating in faith, then you start creating pictures of things working out, being positive. So those are two. It's a powerful tool. You know, somebody said fear is an acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So most times the things that we fear does not even exist, but we create it by our thinking. So that is very important that you do not create these pictures in your mind of things you do not want. You want to create pictures of things you want. So it's just a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful ideology. But that's not what tonight's talk is all about. Tonight's talk is pretty much about a different kind of it's slightly in the same. Everything is connected, but tonight's talk is more about um, I guess using the mind also to but using the mind but in a different way, but using the mind to cause change, but you can only produce something that exists, or you can only create something that has existed. Okay, it has to exist first in the mind, then it happens in the natural objective world. So you need ideas. When I talk about you need ideas in order to change anything, is just the way of thinking. Ideas is nothing but man's thought. So creative thinking is what helps you produce the result that can cause the change that you need. Is another way. Somebody, I think is this. There's a who is it? Alvin Toffler. No, it's not Alvin Toffler. This quote. I'm trying to get. Aha. Buckminster Fuller. Buckminster Fuller is the guy that said, in order to change anything, he said, never change things by fighting the existing reality. In order to change anything, you need to create a new model. Okay? In order to change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So I'll take that again. It says, never change things by fighting the existing model or fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. In order to change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. So, and how do you build a new model? By thinking, by using the mind. And I guess Jim Rohn now breaks it down to how you can get ideas, how you can use the mind by, he says you have to search, go to seminars, read books, talk to people that know more than you, share ideas. That's where ideas come from. And I guess in today's world, I'll say YouTube is a very good tool for getting ideas, because you can watch videos of people that have done things that you're trying to do. You can even YouTube videos, and there's websites. There's amazing websites with great information, like Quora. You can type questions. I mean, Google, well, which is the Bible for searching anything, already exists. Type anything. It's just that when we don't exercise our mind, that's why it feels like things are hard to get or hard to find. There's really nothing out there that you want to know that you cannot find out online. Online, yes, you can find out anything. Okay, somebody, that's Seth Guru, one of another guru, another wise man, Indian wise man, said, our cell phone today, this small cell phone we have in our hand, can do, I think the number he said, this cell phone can do, I think the number he said is over 10 PhDs in one day. This cell phone that we have in our hand has enough information to acquire 10 PhDs in one day. So I think that was the number he quoted, but it was some significant number, what the cell phone that we have in our hand. But the fact is that we have all those tools, but we don't use them. But so we have to start using things like this. It helps to solve any answers to any questions that we might have. And when you have answers to things that you don't know, that's how you can create a change. That's how you can create something, make something very valuable in life. So, but anyways, let me just go into. I'll play Jim Rohn's lectures. Okay, I'll play them in sections. Just listen to it. I think you will benefit tremendously from it. Then I'm gonna, intermittently just talk about each section. So I really love how he started. How he started this lecture. He right off the gate, he just said. Oh goodness. He said, let's just listen. I'll play this real quick. Let's listen. Okay. Thank you for joining me, people on Instagram, and people on Facebook. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. That's the challenge. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly. So you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible.
Wow. The first time I heard that, it was really a revelation. I was like, wow. He said, somebody once said, if you brought all the money in the world together and distributed it, shared it equally, in just a matter of time, it will still be back in the same pockets. That got me thinking, a result of who we are, what we accomplish in life has everything to do with habits. And this is what Bob Proctor calls paradigms, because paradigms controls everything we do. And paradigm is just a collection of habits, collection of habits is what forms a paradigm, and the result of man's life is a collection of habits. The actions we do habitually, daily, is what produces the results that we get. So when I started learning and hearing words like this, it tremendously changed my thinking. It just affected the way I look at things and I look at life. And you've heard that I guess the statistics about people that win the lottery that go back to being broke within a short time. I don't know what time, if it's they say 7 years or something. I don't. It might be shorter than that. I don't know the exact statistics on that, but you can Google that. That a great number of people, I think it's like 99% of people that win the lottery within a short time go back to being broke. Is just because of this same thing, habits. Because it's not the amount of money you have that makes you rich or wealthy, but it's the habits behind the money. The what you do on a regular daily basis. And I guess I learned this from Jim Rohn also, where he says that success is a collection of small victories daily, small successes that we do on a daily basis. That's what makes you successful, because that put together over time is the result of being successful. If you're I guess in the book think no not thinking rich in the book by Wallace D. Wattles, where he talked the science of getting rich. He talks about if everything you do daily is successful, your life will be successful. So the daily things that we do adds up to and leads to success. So that's just some pointers I want to live with us this evening. So part of this talk, I'm going to fast forward Jim Rohn's. You know what? I recommend that you watch this whole video on YouTube. It's amazing. It's powerful. It's very informative, very educational. You will get nuggets of wisdom from the start to the finish. The video on YouTube is called "The Art of Exceptional Living: How to Live a Successful Life and Control Your Future" by Jim Rohn. So the title of the video, if you type Jim Rohn, "The Art of Exceptional Living: How to Live a Successful Life and Control Your Future," you will find this video. Just take a listen to it. It's amazing, 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 amazing. So I'm going to fast forward this to. Oh, you know what? Before I fast forward it, I just want to share some events in my life. I like to share things that happen in my life. In my podcast, I talk a lot about these kinds of things. I had a situation today where I had an elderly patient, and right off the bat, all you hear is blah 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 blah. How hard life is, how hard is this, how hard and how hard. And I wanted to start an IV on this lady, and she goes, "Well, you only get one chance. I'm a heart stick, and my vein is this, my da da da." She just starts painting all this picture of lack and limitation and difficulty. Started to paint that picture with her words. But being a student of mind power, mindset, how to use your imagination and how to control your mind, I already blocked her off. And I focused on what I wanted, which is to start the IV and to get a good IV going. So what I did, and regardless of her giving me so much pressure by telling me I only get one trial, I blocked that out, that negative energy, and I started the IV, and it worked. Voila. So prior to now, instead of me focusing on what I want, which is to get a good IV going, I will be, first of all, thrown off by that negative energy, and I'll start painting pictures of how the IV will not work. So, we should try to control what we hear, how we think. That's pretty much what mindset, mind power is all about. It's just learning to be aware of what people say on a daily, regular basis and taking control of how you respond. Like I was telling my daughter recently, it's not what people say to you, that upsets you. It's what you say about or how you think about what people said to you that matters. Because what you say or how you react to what is said is what controls you. It's not the words that people say that controls you or affect you, but it's how you perceive it and respond to it or react to it. You are the one that will give what people say power. So it's very important once you just try get the gist of what I'm saying. It's very empowering. So let me fast forward Jim Rohn's tape and just share a couple more ideas and on this podcast. And I am so glad you joined tonight. Please share this video. Send it to family, send it to friend. This can be an encouraging video and an encouraging word to somebody that's going through some tough times, some tough thinking, some whatever people are going through. There was. Okay, I was gonna say. I want to share something. Okay. When this lady was giving me a hard time, it's funny how the mind works, because what was going through my mind was something Eddie Murphy said. I think there was one of Eddie Murphy's movies or stand-up comedy. He was saying that it doesn't matter how old you are, I'll whoop old people's butt. So when she was just making fun or just throwing all this negative energy, that word came to my mind. I was like, okay, okay, let me control my thinking and not think of. But that was just a funny thing. You know how the mind works, regardless of what, the fact that she was an older person, you just want her to just stop all that, putting out all that negative energy. So, but I've learned to control how I think. So how I think is what controls my reaction to what she said. So, right. So I just wanted to share that real quickly. So yeah, let me play this Jim Rohn. I'll fast forward this as a matter of fact, I'll fast forward it and just hear this classic.
Come fall was to go to the mirror. That's where you go. And if necessary, you say, a few skinny carrots? I got to be unimpressed. Where were you last spring? Asleep? Didn't you read the books? Did you break your hoe? Let me give you 7 key points to the law of sowing and reaping. Let's tick right down through the list of 7, and it'll be break time. 7 points to sowing and reaping. Here's part of the philosophy that really helped me to make some changes in life direction. Number 1, the law of sowing and reaping is negative. That's number 1, which simply means if you sow bad, you reap bad. Now, this is kind of 3rd grade, but it doesn't hurt to go over the basics. If you plant thistle seeds, you don't get pumpkins. Honest, no use looking for pumpkins. John says, how come no pumpkins? Come on, John. The law's negative. That's how come. Now, here's number 2. The law is positive, which simply means if you sow good, you reap good. If you plant pumpkin seeds, you don't get thistles. Not from pumpkin seeds. Mother Nature won't pull tricks on you or in the corner snickering, pushing you thistles and you planting pumpkin seeds. She won't do that. You will get pumpkins from pumpkin seeds, and the reason is because the law is positive. Now, here's number 3. I got excited when I found out the full dimension of this. See, you do not reap what you sow, but rather you always reap much more than what you sow. So the third.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play all 7 of them real quick, but I just wanted to just point out something. Jim Rohn is in this classic. If you're just joining me, I was sharing something about Jim Rohn, who is a legend in thought, power, mindset, using of the mind correctly. In creative thinking, in using some very simple ideologies to just handle and change things. So this in this classic tape that I'm playing, I guess I started it, from the very beginning, and I fast forwarded it to about an hour. It's like a 2.5 hours long tape, but trust me, it's full of nuggets of wisdom, of great ideologies. So you're talking about sowing, the law of sowing and reaping, and how everything in the universe is operates by laws. So just keep listening. I think he's on number 3.
The third key word is more. You don't get back what you put out. You get back much more than what you put out. And it works both positive and negative. On the negative side, it said, if you sow to the wind, you reap the whirlwind. So you've got to get ready for that, or you will be naive. See, anybody can, whether you will or not. See, that's the question. And here's a good question to ask. We are all buying somebody's plan. The question is, who? Who's got you talked into doing what you're doing?
Okay, I had to pause that real quick. He said, we are all buying somebody's plans. Well, the question is, whose? Okay? Every day, we are either selling an idea or buying an idea we're selling an idea by the things that we are talking and the things that we are listening to. You're either buying somebody's idea or you're selling somebody's idea by what you are sharing. So it's very important that, you surround yourself with positive people that already have what you want, or have, where you're going. Is good to mix and be around those kind of people because it's empowering. All right, that's what that he's talking about.
Who's got you talked into your present plan? See, 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. The question is, where? But see, anybody, if you want to, can go searching for a good plan, pick it, and start working it. And sure enough, as the time passes, as it surely will, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, then you'll be winding up wearing what you want to wear, driving what you want to drive, living where you want to live, become what you want to become. But now's the time to fix the next 10 years. Wow. And who can? Anybody.
Wow.
Here's number 6. The 6th key to sowing and reaping. This is leveling with you now, as we promised to do. There's one thing better than the truth, and that's the whole truth. And here's part of the whole truth of the law of sowing and reaping. Number 6 is, you could lose. There are times when you just lose, no matter what you do. It's that kind of planet. You reap what you sow, yes, but what does that mean? Yes, but, well, the farmer plants his crop in the spring, takes care of it all summer, loves his family, works 10, 12 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, is an honorable man. Come fall, he's got a beautiful crop, and he deserves every bit of it. But the day before he sends the combines into the field, a hailstorm comes along and beats it all in the ground, which means you lose. Somebody says, well, what did he do wrong? Answer, nothing. It's just that kind of planet. Sometimes it's going to hail on your crop and rain on your parade, so you got to get ready for that or you will be naive. That's just part of the life arrangement. And don't press me why. I was not in on some of the original decisions here, so I don't know how it got set up. But there's just times, sometimes you lose. That's part of life. But now here's number 7. The 7th key to sowing and reaping. And it goes like this. It's just another way to quote the same law. And it goes like this. If you don't sow, that's just another way to quote the law. If you don't sow, what? You don't reap. You don't even have a chance. So if you looked at your game plan tomorrow, you might come to the quick conclusion, I got to get some sowing going. How true. Get you some sowing going.
Okay. I can listen to this all day. You know, this man just gives out some wisdom, some nuggets of truth that just, to me, it hits me in my core. It just is very, he's a good motivational speaker, so he said the 7th thing he was talking about is, even if you don't sow, you don't even stand a chance of reaping. So when we talk about sowing, now sowing is not, take your mind off of the literal being a farmer going to sow a seed in the ground. It's not about physical seed in the ground. It's about ideas, thoughts. Thoughts are seeds. The things we think about are seeds. And when you sow good seeds, good ideas, good thoughts, it brings forth fruit. And he's talking about, it's not just if you sow one seed, you get one seed. No, if you sow one seed, you stand a chance of getting multiple returns. Just like a crop, you sow a seed of corn, you get thousands and even millions of corn seeds from that one seed. So it behooves us to have ideas and think positive. Think positive, because when you think positive, you draw positive things to you. When you think things are going to go bad all the time, things are going to go wrong, he's going to hurt me, she's going to cheat on me, he's going to cheat on me, he's going to hurt me, he's not going to show up, she's not going to show up. You see, I thought I said it, because you were thinking like that. That's why you attract, or how you attract those things to you. So when you start thinking good, empowering thoughts, those are seeds, and those seeds, will bring forth good, empowering results. So, if you don't even think about, the things you want in a positive light, you don't even stand a chance of drawing and attracting positive things. So that's my talk tonight. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful podcast. I mean, I can go on and on, even to an hour, but I will encourage you to use these ideas. Think about things that you want, and that's invariably what you will attract to yourself. That's what you will create. Okay. That's it, folks. That's it, folks. I think Jim, I guess one of his saying here, he says, there's nothing an idea will not create. A lack of idea is why people are broke, or why people are not doing well in relationships, is why people are not doing well in their work, in their career, in promotion, because I guess the big part of this is also the book Think and Grow Rich, where Napoleon Hill says, if at work, if you give 100 and always give 110%, always go far above and beyond what you're asked to do, and that way you will always excel and be promoted and do well in your work. So I learned this concept, I practice this concept, and I'm sharing this concept with us, that we, those are ways that we can have amazing results in everything we do. All right. So let me go put my thoughts into some ideas and think and come up with creative ideas, so I can be, very wealthy. So I can attract a lot of wealth and prosperity, because I love and desire and I love to be around wealthy, rich, prosperous people. And that's what I will attract. I don't know about you, but I hope you will love to be around wealthy, prosperous, successful people, people that are using their mind right, using their mind well. The company you keep is what you attract. Okay. So let me go put my mind and my thoughts, to action and come up with creative ideas that will bless humanity. Just provide a service and a need, provide goods, products, or service that people want and need. Voila, money will flow in. All right. Thank you very much for watching this show. This is Ike on the Mind of Steel, coming to you every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. So watch out for my next podcast on next Tuesday. But prior to then, we'll see. I might put out something, because I just love to share ideas, and I love to be able to help, to help whatever we're going through, whatever you're going through, whatever, just to give you things that you don't normally hear on a regular basis, not in the news media, not society. People don't talk and share things like this. You have to go searching for it to get it. So, all right, this is the Mind of Steel, where this is a big part of what I do, sharing some ideas and creative ideologies to help your thinking process, to help your journey to the good and better life. All right, God is good. Thank you for being a part of this. Please share, play, replay this. Invite family and friends to be a part of this podcast. God is good. Have a wonderful, wonderful, amazing weekend. And listen to that tape on YouTube podcast by Jim Rohn. I think you will really find a lot of value and benefit from it. Thank you. Good night.